All right, Consul.
Rece, what do you make of this place?
You know, I've used this line a lot, but you know how TV people are. You find a good line, you just keep going back to it again and again. I think the thing that I find the coolest about Kentucky, I mean, in addition to the fact that it's a rich tradition of great teams and great players that have played here, I love the way the fans like to come out and show their pride. And the way I define that is they like to tell the nation, we're Kentucky, you're not. You know, everybody else has to live up to this. Look, don't misunderstand. That's not saying that any particular set of fans is better than another. And everybody shows their pride in different ways. But I love the fact that they want to come out and say, you're not having an event that pertains to Kentucky basketball that we don't support. And I think it's really cool. We're very grateful for it because we hope they come out to enjoy the show. But we know they're here because of their team and their pride in their team and their program.
Was Digger aware of how he's received here before today? And is it clear now to him?
Listen to me. You know what? I think the thing with Digger, and I was telling a Kentucky fan this that I flew up with, I said, you know what? All this social media stuff, you know, they remember the listen to me thing at Vanderbilt. I said, he'll have them eating out of his hand in about 5 minutes. And he pretty much did. Digger is awesome with the crowd. And, you know, he's got great respect for Kentucky in this place. And he gives us a lot of energy in terms of being able to work with the crowd. So he had fun with it. He enjoys it. It's great.
What about this team? What do you expect to see tonight? Just a little previews.
I think that, you know, what Cal was saying during the interview segment is right. They're going to have to adjust the way they play. They've got to play a little tougher. I think Billis during our show hit it perfectly. They've got to do a lot of the tough-minded things to win. I happen to think that they've got enough talent on this team and certainly enough good coaching. I think they'll win enough to get in the tournament. And, you know, I still even look at the projections, and I understand the resumes and all that stuff. I really think they're 37 teams better. Probably 237 teams better than they were last Saturday, but that was just one game, you know. So, you know, I think they'll eventually make it to the tournament. And tonight, Missouri hasn't played well on the road, and this is not a great place to come in and all of a sudden decide you're going to get your road warrior on.
Why do you think that is?
Why Missouri hasn't played well on the road? You know, I called a couple of their games. They haven't made winning plays down the gut of the game. I mean, I called the Texas A&M game that they had in hand, and they sort of had an inexplicable turnover late. You know, let Fabian Harris, I think, get a good look at a bucket, and they had a couple of games like that. Arkansas last weekend, they kind of had the thing in hand and let it get away. So, you know, I don't know if you can put your finger on it. You can look at the numbers and say, you know, assist to turnover ratio is a lot worse on the road, and, you know, people blame Pressey, which probably is not altogether fair. But it's just that they've had some close games, and they just haven't made plays at the end. But I think they're a really good team, only team in the country with 6 guys scoring in double figures. They've got a post guy that's learning how to be a go-to offensive guy. He's not used to that. Alex not used to that at UConn, and he's getting used to it. That's what Missouri would like for him to do. He's got a national championship ring. They got a lot going for them as we come down the last 3 weeks.
What do you think of the Preston